Hello, everyone. This is Karen Jane Casey on the podcast Moments with Carin. This is where I share bits and pieces of past and present moments of my life or things I've learned from other sources. The goal is always for us to find lessons, helpful information, encouragement, and to increase the joy in our lives. Entertainment. Today's topic is health holiday ideas. Holiday ideas. For at least where I live, in Richmond, Virginia area, tomorrow will be Thanksgiving. As might be traditional, many of us will be joining family and friends for a nice dinner together. Those of us who are great cooks have already planned and prepared much of what will be on the menu. Thankfully, there are some prepared ideas at the stores too. Anyway, many of the menus may include turkey or ham, mashed potatoes and gravy, dressing, yams, cranberry sauce, rolls, and pies, especially pumpkin, apple, and sweet potato pie. Well, that's traditional. Some people have pizza and soda pop. Regardless what it is, it will be a feast to enjoy together, and that's the primary purpose. In a prior podcast with the episode title, Blessed to Bless, I encouraged us all to consider our community needs and participate in an outreach helping those in need. Many of us have already set out ways to bless others. Please turn back to that podcast for ideas on outreach efforts. But today, I want to share a few great ideas that don't require much preparation, and we could even do a few of them impromptu tomorrow. The first idea is with the theme to show gratitude, to be thankful, and to give thanks. And it comes from a past time when we were spending Thanksgiving celebration with the ladies at Yeshua's house. Around the point of finishing up with the meal, maybe during the dessert, we had decided to pass a basket around the table, sort of how we pass the rolls around. And in that basket, we had pre-printed scriptures from the Bible about gratitude and thankfulness. Each person had a choice. They didn't have to reach in and get one of the scriptures. They could do one of these things. They could read out loud to the rest of us the scripture that they randomly selected, or they could recite their own favorite scripture, or they could tell about what they are grateful for at this moment, to what they're grateful that they have and have had in the past. Or they could sing a song of praise, or they could do a combination. An example of a thankful scripture might be found in 1 Thessalonians 5, verses 16 through 18, where we're encouraged to rejoice always and to give thanks in all circumstances. Many examples could be found in Psalms. This was an awesome experience. Everyone gladly participated, and a couple of the women did sing songs of praise, and that was such a blessing. The spirit in the room was of peace, joy, hope, and gladness. I highly recommend this. Well, because I mentioned Yeshua's house, I'll explain a bit about it. Yeshua, Y-E-S-H-U-A, is actually the Hebrew name for Jesus. Yeshua's house is a faith-based, non-profit, safe haven or transitional home for women and their children coming from domestic violence or financial hardship. Since I'm a domestic violence survivor, overcomer, and advocate, I've been a member on the board of directors for over 4 years now, also participating in some of the support classes for the women. For more information about Yeshua's house, or to make a much appreciated donation, you could visit the website yeshuashouse.net, YESHUASHOUSE.net. And here's another idea for the holiday season, and it can take a lot of thought and planning, or very little. It's up to you. We can create handmade cards from plain paper or colored construction paper and buy envelopes to fit them in. There are adult coloring books from which we could make really nice cards from. And we could easily find bookmarks that have encouraging messages already on them. Or we could buy cards. We could economically buy a pack of thinking of you cards. Or we could, and they're usually blank inside. I have one here. It could be used for all occasions, and there's nothing written in it. So I could easily put something pre-printed from a label or write something in it. Or we could use holiday Christmas cards. Who are we making the cards for? We plan to surprise someone with encouraging words, but who will they go to? Maybe we could surprise those in need, maybe those we want to share appreciation with, maybe a friend or coworker at the office, or maybe we'd like the idea of randomly sharing this with strangers. We can decide to bless someone who we go for services, like the person at the salon who does your hair every month, at the parlor where we get our nails done, or maybe the waitress at our favorite restaurant, and so on. With that in mind, we can write nice messages into those cards. Messages of encouragement, appreciation, with the intent to share joy during the holiday season. This may be all you do with the cards, and in itself is a great gift to others. Or you may decide to also surprise each card recipient with something inside it. What might that be? Maybe a specific gift card. Maybe the person you know will be around a Target or a Walmart or something. Anyway, you can put that specific gift card in. Or maybe with a certain monetary amount, like a few dollar bills or a $5 or $10 bill. And anything else that would bring a pleasant surprise to those that fits flat into a card. Maybe a bookmark, like I mentioned before, could be inserted. You could pray about it. Does the Lord lead you to do this in a specific area to a specific group of people? We need to listen to that still small voice and know what to do. Continue praying about it. Are you feeling led to put scriptures in those cards? And if so, what one comes to mind? Are you feeling led to put a gift certificate in that card or a specific dollar amount? Whatever you have decided to do, pray over the cards before you could distribute them. Pray for the recipient's happiness, their healing, that their needs will be met this holiday season and that they turn to the Lord for rescue and strength. Pray for blessings to flow in their lives. Then dispatch them. Let the Lord lead you to where you need to go. You may decide to make it anonymous, and that's fine. But if you personally deliver the card, be sure to be prepared to have a happy attitude and make a nice statement, like Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas. But you should be prepared to smile and say something nice and uplifting. How many people do we want to reach? Maybe you decided to have a nice message for everyone, maybe even a scripture, but you only have $20 to spare. If you put a couple of dollars in each card, that might be 10 people, 10 recipients. But if you decided the value of $5, then maybe 4 recipients. It's up to you. I predict this, though. Once you have given this blessing gift to others, then you will be blessed, and you'll want to do it again. Here's another idea, a couple of ideas together. Something we did last year with our family at Christmas, sometime after the dinner and gift exchange, we had a type of scavenger hunt. My husband gave clues, and each person looked around the designated area and wrote down what they thought the item was. We then compared their answers with the key, the right answers. We had a first and second prize winner. The prior year, we had an actual scavenger hunt, and we had people all over the house rushing to be the first to get it. And they were in the yard too during those searches. Some of the clues were very hard to follow, and then some were very easy. It was all mixed up. We also played another game. I had each person to select from a box a card that had instructions on it. They were to act out something or create a quick scene. They could use other participants and props. And ultimately, we took a picture of this scene with our cell phone. So when if you decide to do this, you need to have props as part of your decorations in the room so that they can quickly get something that they might need. Some instructions were like this. Do something Santa would do. So what did they do when they pulled that? They grabbed a Santa hat that happened to be laying around, and they had a participant to sit on their lap whispering in Santa's ear. Another one was, you're a wolf howling at the moon. So they, without any need of props, they got on the floor and actually acted as if they were howling at the moon. Another one might have been, hey mama, your baby is crying. And in this, they grabbed up a stuffed animal that happened to be on the chair, and it wrapped it in a napkin and pretended to be feeding it from a baby bottle. So in the end, there were judges to determine first and second prize winners as we looked at all the photos. And of course, we shared the photos with each other so they can look at them again. The prizes were actually nice prizes, and they were for any age or gender, so we didn't have to worry about who might win or not win. But also you could have winners to choose their wrapped prize, knowing that one gift was going to be a booby prize. So it just adds a little suspense to it. Well, here's another idea, and this is what people are probably doing everywhere. Get a board game that allows for several participants, maybe teams, and play that, like Pictionary, Family Feud. It can really be a good time for all. Well, did I pass along any ideas that you might consider using this holiday? Or did I encourage you to think of something of your own, a new idea? Let me know your thoughts. I like ideas. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode on Moments with Carin. This is Carin Jane Casey, author, speaker, domestic violence advocate, and ambassador for Christ. Moments with Carin is available every Wednesday morning at 7, where we explore past and present moments to find lessons, entertainment, encouragement, and joy in our life. I also have 2 other faith-based podcasts that are available on stormtalk365radio.com, such as Turn to God with Carin, Carin, Monday mornings at 6:30, essentially about overcoming challenges in life. Then there's Abundant Living with Carin on Tuesday mornings at 7, where we share biblical principles and the good news of Jesus. The platform for all the podcasts is Spreaker.com. And with Spreaker, you can simply Google the name of the podcast, and you can choose from a list of episodes that show up there and for your listening pleasure. We're available on iTunes, Twitter, Alexa on Amazon, hosted by iHeartRadio and Spotify, and the sites are growing daily. You can also go to Carin Jane Casey on YouTube and to see the podcast on video. And if you do go there, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. So my website is CarinJaneCasey.com. I try to be consistent. CarinJaneCasey. I would love for any suggestions or feedback you might have, and I especially like to know your reaction to my episodes. So on my website, you can also find information such as about my books. My Dear Rosa Jean, my first novel, is very suspenseful and dramatic, and it also shares about overcoming challenges in life. Mystery at Candace Bay is a real page-turner. It's entertaining and encouraging. And then there's Granny Babysits the Mischievous Five. I had a lot of fun writing that one. And it is a fun children's chapter book, great for kids and for grown-ups. My books are available at Amazon.com, Kindle, and Barnes & Noble Nook. Thank you and have a blessed week, and most of all, have a happy Thanksgiving.